and we have a truly challenging topic today, quite a doozy. Keys to having successful conversations over the holidays and beyond. Here's our top 10 in order. Prioritize your goals. Timing is everything. Decide if is it the right time or not, or set a new time, and then take turns when necessary. Set ground rules. Honor different paths. Just know going in that everybody is a valid human being with their own path. I'm not talking about the behavior of psychopaths, but the people that you're associating with, for the most part, they're doing their best. And if you can really honor that going in, they're more likely to do that with you. Next, ask questions. Lead with questions rather than pronouncements. And that can help get you on the same team. If you pose a question like, how do you feel about how the banking system is working, or the government's working, or our media is working? How do you feel about our food situation and so forth? Then you're on the same team looking to ask the question. So it's not a clever ruse manipulation. It's genuinely starting by getting on the same team. Then keep it personal. Share what you're feeling. In general, if you start with, I've been feeling really afraid about this Great Reset situation, or I feel really excited about what's happening with free energy and these increasing freedom groups around the world and so forth. If you start with sharing your feeling rather than just a bunch of facts or your particular perspective, once again, it's really interesting. It's intimate, and it's unarguable because no one else can tell you what you're feeling. Distinguish facts from interpretation. If you have facts to cite and can cite them at the right time, great. If you just have a general impression, as much as possible, be responsible to say, given the weight of the evidence that I'm looking at, I interpret it this way. This is the conclusion that I'm coming to, but I can't prove it at this point. It gives you tremendous credibility in a conversation. Tidbits are risky and immersion is critical. When you're talking about really changing someone's mind, or they're really changing your mind, once again, it tends to not happen in 10-minute conversations or in unintentional conversations. And that's why we made Thrive One, to give people a 2-hour tool that they could hand to their friends from a reasonably reputable third-party source, not only us, but all the people we interviewed, that people could sit down and actually consume in a single setting in such a way that they have immersion in a different worldview. And fortunately, the over 90 million views has seemed to indicate that people not only were impacted beneficially, but they trusted it to share with their friends. Number 9, come from the confidence that we can do this. Particularly in these conversations, find that confidence in yourself. It's like people don't want to take a lot of weight loss or fitness advice from someone who's 200 pounds overweight. Nothing wrong with that person as a soul, but that's not their expertise, is fitness. People are not real interested in learning about how we can thrive from someone who's really angry or really afraid or isn't thriving in their own life. So the more you work on yourself, the more people will want to know how it's how it can work for them. And then finally this, when you blow it, and you will, as I have many, many times, and as I will in the future, as little as possible, but it will happen. When you realize you've blown it, I encourage you to be humble enough to stop and go, okay, this isn't the way I wanted this conversation to go. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So I just really want to apologize for not having come into this conversation more responsibly, been more effective in listening or sharing myself or whatever went wrong. I really apologize for that. And tell me, how could I do that better next time? And then genuinely learn from whatever they say, get that lesson, and then take it into your next conversation.